All right, we're going to watch Thieves versus OpTic Texas. I think this is a very good match for both teams. I think for Thieves, we're going to go through. They were, what, 5-1 coming into this one. Obviously, they lose this series 3-1. But just sort of a, what's the word, Chad? Is it litmus? Is that the word? Yes? Yeah, that's it, right? Big words. That's what we do here. Litmus test. All right.
My boy's wicked smart.
So we're just seeing where they're at. I think, as you're going to see, what they had 4 game 4s to start the stage. They're obviously improving with Dashy back in the lineup. I think probably their biggest win is kind of this Surge one, just because it feels like both of those teams are on their way up with some of the changes. So Thieves are probably like the 5th best team right now, you would probably say 5 or 6 if you want to argue, just the way they're kind of performing at the moment. Then for OpTic, obviously you have the 1 loss versus FaZe, the only team you've lost to. The only close match of this Breach one was a little bit of an odd series. Outside of that, you played a changing Surge, a changing Legion, a changing Miami. All the teams that really had changed. LAG, who have looked better. This is, I think, a good test for them going into the major. But, all right, let's get into it. So a sub-base, which outside of FaZe, I mean, I don't know if anyone's really going to play OpTic on sub-base. Maybe in Ultra or in New York. I guess I'd be surprised, but I know I wouldn't.
Most recently having gotten the absolute poop beat out of them. 132-250 against Minnesota just a couple weeks ago. So some corrections.
Okay, so what Holdshift just said is they lost by 130. I got to look at the vetoes after this. Scrims must be going well for them on this map if we're letting this through. Or there's something that's worse for them. But we'll look after this. All right, nice start for Thieves. Now, does that player spawn out? I think he should. And that's not where you want. Okay, you get a good spawn there. 1 spawns out. So you have a 4-on-3. You get a little lucky with Krem spawning there. It's just not where you want to die. Able to hold on, though. That's a clean 4 dead. Back spawn, maybe, though? No. Okay, no back spawns. I think OpTic should have spawned in the back there, personally. But this map is odd. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, you get this break.
Yeah, that's still a good amount of time to fight for, but they're more focused on maintaining the spawns for the next hill. So LAT's just spawning it towards the back. They're gonna try to get him out.
I think Dashy and Dashy just trolled there. I don't know, what are we doing here? Okay, there's 20 seconds left. We're going to a money hill. I think you just stay here. You know your teammates are spawning out.
20 seconds to fight. Yeah, that's still a good amount of time.
I don't know what this is. I don't like this play. I think they should just hold top snow. They should just trap these guys in. Right? These 2 players have to leave. I think you just trap these guys in, try to find out either or yeah.
Time to fight for, but
control a power position. Instead, they both die.
Gonna try to get him out of this P2A.
Decent fight back though for Thieves here, exiting away from P2. Now it's just down to the long route over towards the 3rd hardpoint.
Now we're staggered. Nice kills by Dashy though. Just slow this down here.
Plus a follow-up from Krep. The hunt is on. Pistols out for both players, but it's Shotzzy who takes the win. And now it's just down for Texas trying to get their teammates back through.
You're just so staggered.
Yeah, it's a 2v2 at this HP. Who's gonna win these gunfights? That's gonna be influential.
Then watch when you start hitting this. 5 and 6 are going.
There is an opener, plus a follow-up from Krep. The hunt is
nobody to help him. Krem dies. There's just no trades. Now this map can be weird. 3 and 4 spawn out middle. I don't know why they didn't spawn the back. I couldn't tell you. This map for some reason, I don't know, it just does things.
Same time, everybody's waiting for that push to come in. The rest of OpTic Texas still cutting off through the middle of the map. Gonna be able to take
get them off. Now you have OpTic spawning in the back. Okay, they're controlling the map pretty well. 20 seconds left. You're just trying to keep them spawn back there if you're Thieves.
You have a free rotation over towards
yep.
You have to be impressed with how Thieves have played to this point. I mean, that moment in front of P3 was all about each team trying to isolate each other.
I think they could have played that better. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst case to what Shift's saying.
Kind of the same thing. The members at mid-map for OpTic try to trap the
a bad death there by Joe. Another bad death there by Nasty. 2 really bad deaths on rotation by Joe Deceives and Nasty.
That's enough for Texas to find themselves not just the hard point, but also the spawns in favor.
In the first 10 to 15 seconds.
And then they break. They've been breaking well. I just think that they could be in the lead here. And they're not.
Very back and forth hard point already through the first 4 hard points. Nasty caught and left on an island. Ghosty trying to get there to support that final scrap time, but gets cut down pretty quickly. The spawn.
Base spot here.
To work over towards top snow and here at warehouse. The rotation for OpTic.
Shotzzy, nobody goes snow. Nobody goes top snow here. Really surprising here. How does nobody go snow here? Well, Shotzzy just jumps up, right? You have 2 players looking the same way. No one in snow. Not even to check it.
warehouse. The rotation for OpTic. Actually, they've gotten Shotzzy around the back. Keep Ryan, number 2 in green. He's behind the play. First kill good. Second one tallied. Just down to try to collect down to Joe to see. He runs out in towards Snow, but job done for OpTic because they've opened up the rotation to 5.
You're not expecting anyone to flank over towards warehouse, because if you get the kills to the front end,
well, he just jumped through the middle.
Play. But the fact that his teammates are staying alive towards P2 and he finds a couple kills that.
All right, Thieves break again though. Yeah, I think this could be better for Thieves. I think this could be uglier for Thieves. So I guess you'll take a 30-point deficit at the moment. So what happens for OpTic here after Shotzi's play? Okay, you have a clean 4 dead. 1 player is out. You know where they're spawning. Okay, so these 2 guys are worried about like weird spawns in like deep routes through here.
Completely catches Thieves off guard because you're not expecting anyone to
there's the first death. Now you have to start to rotate.
Then he makes a really bad play. But the fact that his teammates are staying
so Joe just gets 2 from top warehouse.
Okay. Leads to them getting this time here at P5, but the break is initially going to come in for LAT. They flood their way through the
you'd love Shotzzy to just get 1 there. I mean, he obviously leads them to the break, so he's going to get hunted down. Kind of a very odd sub base, nobody's really holding. Pretty even slaying wise. Pred's kind of popping off.
Over towards this P1 area. They're more focused on trying to flip those spawns and look at the route coming in.
This is why I would just never play this map versus OpTic ever. It's just such a ratty map where you can take all these different routes, and that's just what Shotzzy loves to do. I would just never ever do that ever.
17 and 10 start for him. Shotzzy continuing to try to make some things happen across the map, but he's getting shut down so quickly. Dashy caught by himself, left on an island. Kenny over the top only gets 1 of what was maybe even multiple.
Dude, every time. At some point, you think OpTic's gonna hold because they're funny breaks.
It's here for OpTic to get a little bit further forward and create some cushion around this second hill.
Yeah, now they have them.
Where did it just spawn? He just gets timey under. Okay, you think this guy window probably's got to look this way, right? Or Shotzzy needs to play just mid here so he doesn't get timey fucked. I don't know what's gonna happen.
A little bit further forward and create some cushion around this second hill.
Yeah, now they have them trapped. You just have to make sure you're accounting for everyone because Joe Deceives has slipped the line. He's working his way all the way around the deep back area. He puts down.
Okay, so Joe gets a kill, but this takes so long. I think Joe, he at least gets his team out, but I think Joe could have made a much better play there.
Shots on the dash.
I could be wrong.
But at least stalls enough time for his teammates to now get into the potential break opportunity. They try to work the overextension. Everyone gets cut down, but the back spawns are here for LA, so they still have a shot at breaking in.
But not anymore. The shots that come through for OpTic deal with the majority of that push around the back. So now Nasty's the last one left, trying to play this from the front side of that T2 platform. This has been a mixy game of sub base, but
all right, now you're finally here.
Here for OpTic. They're getting the reads. They're getting the zone of control they need. And even though the lead is just around,
starting to lock shit down. Joe Deceives just gonna rotate. 3 dead. Okay, you have spawns. You have like no map control though. I love this play out of Pred. Just control top snow. Just lurk, play for a kill. Shotzi's out. Dashy's out of the play. Lurks finds a kill. That player should spawn out. Does. Great play from Pred right there. Now you have a 3-on-3 on the hill. It leads to a break. All right, so let's talk about that Pred play. I mean, we've touched on stuff like this a lot. Shotzi's your first guy. So all 4 are here. So there, you see number 4. Dashy's just worried one of these players could potentially spawn out. This spawn's open now. Now with Shotzzy spawning in. Okay, so Shotzzy is out of the play for what, 10 seconds on this run? Dashy's still at old. So your 2 forward players here, all you're trying to do is just control middle of the map so that they don't have top snow, kind of where you're looking, top warehouse, so you have space to work with.
Right there, if you are LA.
And they're going to push. They're going to try to find something. You need some map control. Okay, so Joe slides on out. 7 seconds left. There's no quick trade. Because he dies with 7 seconds left. Old's still up. They recognize this. So what you do here, OpTic, is they're like, we don't want to gamble a 50-50 spawn. They leave this hill and they just run. They're pretty much like, let's leave this entire side of the map open. So Joe spawns there, which is a good call. Now you have a 4-on-3. And they go quick. They know Joe's still so out of the play. That's it. 4. Shotzzy is co-spawn. Again, your players are just slaying through the middle of the map. Pred's got a cruise now. Shotzi's going to rotate with 20 seconds. Try to make a play. Lose that gunfight to the OSD. All right, I have streaks. So I'm going to get time. Love that calm out of Pred again. No, don't streak. Okay, I'm glad he didn't streak because two would died as soon as they said that. So that could have been bad.
Let me know.
All right, let's get a kill first as Ken.
Okay, listen. 2 left, 1 P2, 1 on top of him.
All right, they're gonna ignore the 2 middle of the map. And Shotzi's gonna swim. I think you're gonna get close ones here, right?
Absolute and long. You went
Make sure we guarantee.
That would have been a cruise. Ghostie's worried about the back spawn. Honestly, he's dealt with that pretty well. They get broke at 18, but you'll take that. And you have a P5 rotation for free. The only issue is when you're down this much, it's tough to give up that 20. But honestly, I think they dealt with that pretty well.
Definitely feels like one of those games that we'll reflect on and say it was close until it wasn't. OpTic continued to do all the right things. You can hear the passion dripping in the comms, and they're not letting off the gas here against Thieves.
Yeah, they're definitely not, man. They were able to find a break successfully, even with the cruise missile not really getting anything done at P4. That's the second successful break at that hill to keep it scrappy. And now only need 20 points to close out this map for 1.
And every time there's been a break, for the most part, Thieves have fought back in. The only problems they had is that P2, P3.
But you send in Pred, he's most likely going to get something done. He's able to find a double last player.
Outside of Pred, Slang's pretty simple, pretty even.
Shots from Nasty, Dashy, the next one in line, and the pistol will finish him off. Trades, though, through the middle of the map for OpTic will give him a little bit more breathing room as they try to rotate and close this map out on towards P1. And again, Thieves have been fighting, man. I mean, they're doing everything they possibly can to try to battle up against OpTic, but
2 things that you have to focus on in this situation. Still a 60-point
Opposite?
game,
What do you mean?
Texas are not going to give up all this time for free, but they don't want
Thieves are white and the hill's white.
and potentially spawn on out. You have a route getting hit by Nasty, but as he's hitting that route, everyone falls around that P1 HP. OpTic still need 15 seconds to close out this game, and they can get it done here.
Kenny's got the read, at least on the spawns. Doesn't find the first elimination, but he alerts the rest of OpTic that where this hit is coming from will likely be either through bottom server or...
He's in the hill, and the hill's green. No, they're not. OpTic's in its green. Oh, the hill outline. Oh, the outline. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll be honest, I never look at the outline. Ever. I just look at the mini map. That's how I cast a lot of the time. So I never even noticed that. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a codcaster bug, bro. I was like, what in the? I was like, it's white. I don't know what he's talking about. I got you. That makes a lot of sense. Hear ya. I mean, I think that Thieves had plenty of chances throughout this map 1. It obviously goes off, but if you take that, like, helps me see who's on the hill. Yeah, I mean, I guess so much of my casting is off the minimap. So much of what I watch is on the minimap that if the minimap is right, I don't even see that. So 27 non-traded. I think hopefully we have the game flow here. We do. So I just think it's these two. Yeah, I mean, you see it in the score. You get 3 hills in a row with 115. I think you had the chance to break P2 with Joe Thieves. The P3, you get a couple of deaths early, which spawn them out, leads to a full hold. I mean, if you take this stretch of gameplay out, I think they played OpTic really well, but yeah, some mistakes. All right, I want to get into vetoes. All right, let's look at this. So they get rid of a Karachi for a sub base, which I'm surprised by because doesn't Thieves play a lot of Karachi? I mean, if you look at the Thieves page, they've played Vista 5 times, which they pick here. On the year, they've played 8. 1-0. 2-1 on Rio, they don't get. I guess I'm just surprised. And OpTic, it's not like OpTic's the best Karachi team. I mean, they're good at it. I wouldn't say it's their best, though. They're undefeated on sub base. So, I don't know. Odd veto there, at least from my thought process. Again, we don't really see how scrims go. Sub base could be going really well for this Thieves roster inside of scrims. Karachi, not so well. They have to go for this. Nobody's going to play Karachi versus OpTic on control, so it's an invasion. SnD, we get Rio, and we get a Karachi. What do I think? OpTic still auto-veto Rio? I don't know if they're auto-vetoing Rio here. I think they're a solid Rio team. I don't think they're a great Rio team. I think this is taking away Thieves' Rio more than that. Because Thieves have shown, they're 4-4 on overall, but this stage they are 2-1. So you're just taking one of their picks away, right? Because you take away the Rio, what do they have? I mean, we've seen OpTic play 6-star. They're down to play 6-star. We've seen them play Vista. They're down to play Vista, and they'll play, I guess, all of these. So I guess this is one of our weaker maps. Let's just play something else. Surprising LA on 6-star. I think they're probably just happy sub base is open. I don't think they really care at that point. Again, I think if you get a sub base veto here, you probably do see a 6-star, right? If this is sub base. It's probably 6-star in Vista. I don't even know if OpTic would pick Karachi. Maybe they would. I think they would probably pick 6-star. I could be wrong, but that's where we're at. SnD wise, let's see. What if Thieves been really strong in? I'm assuming High Rise, they're 3-0, so you get rid of that. Invasion for OpTic. We're playing Rio Search. Thieves is 2-1. And Karachi Search, 1-0 for Thieves. On the other side for OpTic. So you're playing a Rio where you've only played it once this stage. 2-2, trying to get more Rio reps in. And you get a Karachi, which you're happy with that, 7-2. But you haven't played it this stage, actually. So for OpTic, this might just be a, let's just make sure this is still good for the major if we go there. And keep getting better at this, more than likely. David said they needed a rep on it. That's my guess. You never like, a lot of teams are going to veto it, right? Because you're 6-2. So a lot of the times, it's not going to be there, or 7-2. And what happens is when you don't see it for a while, you might just get caught on it. Like we've seen that in the past. So that's probably the choice there.
See how things go. OpTic on the offense first. Passive setup around the Thieves defense. I mean, all across the map. You've got Kremp holding a corner on boxes, but the sole defender over the top of B is Joe Deceives. He's just calling out nades, you'd have to think. Here comes the second set of utility from OpTic, and just as soon as Kenny was responded to over
quick
on
wrap.
side,
So we're 30 seconds into this round, right?
3v4.
We're 30 seconds into this round. What have we been seeing? A lot of really fast B plants the more we've watched this. It's a slow round from OpTic. Maybe you're getting some nades, some stuns. And Thieves just decide to hit the pinch. So they missed the nades. Ken just can't get caught there.
Was responded to over on the flank side.
It's now a 3-on-4 retake. Advantage of Thieves.
Now LAT are just going to bombard the way through top mid. No smoke grenade going to be popped, so not going to gain any info. Shotzi's just going to walk right into gunfire. A free kill for Kremp. Now Dashy and Pred left to clutch on up.
They're able to find one each, with both players very low on health. Pred the only one
Been dealing with this pretty well, but you'd love to have a 4-on-4.
They're waiting for him to actually take a bit of a peek here. Dashy hasn't given them the time of day, though.
Wow.
So the time favors Dashy in this situation. LA have absolutely no idea where we're going.
He's got to check the bomb, though.
Not able to find the kill. Does Nasty get back in time? Sure he does. Tested and challenged with the full flood like you broke down perfectly there, brother. So here we go.
Tough to do in that moment, but like Dashy could just run away there, take the 50-50. Hope he's not on the bomb.
Come by way of not just the first bloods, but
all right, get Shotzi into a top middle position. Get some info from Kenny and Pred.
This long A range, that nade probably just a little bit too far left for Kenny's eyes.
Need Shotzi to stay up here, though. He's the only player. He needs to get out, and he does. Good play by Shotzi.
That's why you see Shotzi
the rotation back.
His position. He does not want to get isolated and potentially first blood, but LA, they have worked their way back off the rotation to take a lot of map controls. Nasty's given the comms, so they're trying to get aggressive up through those staircases, but here comes the smoke grenade.
Nice smoke, gets them off bomb as well.
We'll go 2 for 1. Bomb carrier also dropped in the process.
Nasty maybe finds an opening, though.
Would have to make good on this flank, you'd think, but look at the quick.
He's worried. Yeah, he's just worried based on timing. He doesn't have his teammate with him.
And Thieves have absolutely no idea. Not a lot of
due to Kremp's position, he just had absolutely zero info.
Is actually the appropriate one. They get the bomb, and now they're headed over to A, where there's just Dashy waiting for them.
Yeah, but Dashy's in a perfect angle to at least get
the info.
Give it to his teammates before they can pounce. They're trying to isolate him. He's at least able to get one player weak, but now you have to keep him alive. He's able to win that one-on-one versus Kenny. Now it's Pred left to clutch up.
Kenny was looking for the trade. Not going to happen. Pred, lots of damage in. But lots of damage in.
It's a bad round. I mean, your info guys in 2 rounds have gotten caught. Just leave the bomb. Just retake 3-on-2. Just run together. Yeah, I mean, I think Dashy just needs to be with his teammates here, or just runs away. I mean, as soon as he sees this, like, he doesn't want to get caught, but he gets caught. Your teammates are just so far. Personally, I don't even know if he should be here. I really don't. This map is so small. I just be like retakes. Just use your man advantage. I'd much rather him maybe be here, or honestly just with your teammates be. Yeah.
Because all you have to do is bounce together, but both players lose the initial one-on-one gunfights, and then Pred just too much to deal with in that clutch scenario. LAT go up 2-0, and now in this round, you got a couple of trophy systems to keep you alive through top. Prep finds a
nice teamwork there out of Thieves.
To help supply. Great offensive run through Rio. Has not been able to provide too much yet.
Hello.
Little cool.
Not much in that round, just good B setup.
So 3-0 start, 4-0 for Nasty, and
slower round now. Pressure over to Ghosty. Okay, this is what you want. So this causes a reaction, right? Yeah, this causes a reaction through towards B. Pred's here quickly though. OpTic's timing are just a little bit off. Like I think they have the right idea. It's just you're a little bit off here. Shotzi's gonna get caught in a spot he shouldn't get caught, because on the mean side, like your teammates are flanking here. I think you have to wait on, like, you can give up retake bombs. Like, it's not the worst case scenario. Shotzi's just playing for a kill. Like, you just don't have any info here. You're 0. You should be winning on Pred.
Into the face of Shotzi, not a chance for him to shoot back. Pred over the flank, caught off guard. Kremp is doing it all.
Just a couple of steps off each other.
Happy boys, it's a trophy.
And yeah, here comes the play forward. OpTic are set up for it. It just comes down to the timing of the actually reading this or not.
Yeah, now the bomb is successfully going to get planted, but
okay, there's the back down. You have bomb down.
On this flank area.
Nasty's locking them in on one side of the map. Another first blood for Thieves.
On the opposite side of the map. Playing for one more kill.
So you see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to isolate this guy. They're trying to isolate Nasty, but nobody goes. They kind of just stop. They stop here. Okay, they're able to find it. So 3-on-3.
OpTic has really modernized where this retake is going to be coming from. Although Ghosty able to take 2 good team shots with Kremp. Smoke is now down. Follow up from Joe to Thieves. Gets 3 down to Shotzi. And woo, it is Chef's.
Here 20.
Here we go. OpTic.
So like around this, so Shotzi's just a little bit worried because a lot of the times towards the B point or A point, whatever it is, like, you know, you 3-stack this, then what happens? You throw some nades, then they wrap back here, right? So they could just retake this with 3. So he's by himself. He doesn't want to plant quite yet. Still not planning. He's still just worried, trying to find info. Now we get here.
It's like Thieves may just rewrap this.
Still doesn't want to plant.
And yeah, here comes the play for.
I think a lot of teams would plant this. He's just worried about the rewrap back. And really what the plant does, it puts pressure on these 3, because if the plant's been down already for 5 seconds, let's say, that's already 5 seconds off that retake clock, right? So a lot of teams would opt out. The problem is Shotzi's just worried that they're going to rewrap through boxes in Go Eshies. He doesn't really have help for it. They have no info. They have no info here. So finally, you know, Kenny gets through bridge. And they start to plant. Bomb's going down, but like, look at this spot. It's much different. You have no map control, like no part of the map if you're OpTic. I think they'd love to be just a little bit quicker. And now Pred, I don't know the decision here. Someone's running away. Dashy's running away, but Pred's holding. There's no trade there. Now it's like a free first blood again. Yeah, there's just no trade. They're just not playing. I don't know. It's almost, they just don't know what they want to do.
Nades geared over bouncing towards you. That also will not land. So no information early here for Thieves, but early eyes for Joe towards A, and the defense really not in position to do much besides hopefully stall and I think a stun.
So Thieves have done this, right? They've sort of started A side, and then what this does is, look at this. It wraps 1 through here. It keeps these 2 players here, and that just leaves Shotzi towards B.
The intel and also back up.
That opens up this site. They have to find Shotzi though.
You show all your attacks over towards A, and you get the rotation to come in for OpTic Texas, but this time Shotzi shuts down that rotation single-handedly. He's able to find 2. The trade is going to be there for Ghosty, but now it's all
right, we're here.
He takes down Nash.
I mean, this is sort of at times why we've questioned OpTic search, because it just feels like you rely on a Shotzi play every now and then, and that's just it. Sometimes you just rely on this guy to do this, and it makes me nervous.
They're going to go to the same setup they've played all the way through this. 3-man hit over towards A. Kenny in position. He got,
because I just on a map like Rio, the reason why like FaZe are like totally down to play a map like Rio, it's like it's not a Karachi or you know, Rio and high rise. It's really hard for someone like Shotzi to like get lost. The other maps like Shotzi can get lost, so that's why they're like, let's play these maps.
And this is where you get scared, because OpTic Texas, a majority of the attacking rounds have taken mid-map control, but this time LA, we're thinking that bomb is going to get planted. OpTic still have...
Okay, so it's a similar setup here in nowhere. What I just talked about, right? A lot of the times if you start off A, and maybe Thieves is just thinking, we've hit flank 2 times. Let's just wrap back here's the team together and try to catch them on plant. Now, what you could say if you're Thieves, if you want to give them some criticism here, you don't have to hit this. The bomb's not planted. You can play a retake again. But they opt to go for a chance, because what most teams do is they're on the bomb already. If they don't have any info, they're hoping to literally just catch this player on the bomb, so then it's a 3-on-4. Instead, OpTic have been really patient towards B, which is opposite of most teams. This time it works out. Yep.
That's what allowed them a much cleaner look, as this time Dashy will catch a nade right in the face, backs off, gets the regen. There are no defenders towards A. And
okay, so what is the difference here? OpTic's like, bro, they haven't gone A yet. Even when they've shown A, they've just wrapped back B. The only problem is you have two players in Ghosty and Joe who are playing A side and are like, there's nothing A, so they're just going to take what they see. Again, an info play just right from the start of the round. You should at least show someone towards A.
The regen, there are no defenders towards A, and Thieves are going to get read on this very quickly.
They haven't showed anything.
Through the A site.
Yeah, that objective is already going down as well.
And now Ghosty's going to get a first blood.
He puts himself up towards the opposing side, finds that first blood onto Dashy. Kenny instantly there for the response, but this play is going to be in the hands of Shotzzy. Kenny win his one-on-one on the flank.
Yeah, he has been seen though. Nasty gets the read and then backs away. Kenny has to try to assist to get him some freedom to move. And they know Ghosty's nearby. They just don't know exactly where. Shotzzy trying to teamwork this with Pred. He does clear out the garage side. Now it's just down to the last member and Joe Deceives. Frag cooked up. This is tossed just to give him a little bit of separation. Pred on the challenge. Not hit by the nade. Joe has to back off. Not a lot of time. You got to check for this. First shots are in. Kenny gets the kill, and there's plenty of time. Joe has to back. Cooked up. This is tossed just to give him a little bit of separation. Pred on the challenge. Not hit by the nade. Joe.
How does that not hit him? Wait, am I confused? What does this get stuck in?
Frag cooked up. This is tossed just to give him a little bit of separation.
Is Pred just like around the wall? So does that not hit him?
Pred on the challenge.
The fuck? All right, anyways.
By the nade. Joe has to back off. Not a lot of time. You gotta
I don't know. I guess maybe it catches this lip, stays there. I don't know. Little unlucky. Honestly, the fact that Kenny somehow is alive throughout this round when he's the only player here,
Yeah, he has been seen though. Nasty gets
like he's in between two.
Kenny has to try to assist to get him some freedom to move.
No, I don't think it lands past him.
Don't know exactly where.
However Kenny's able to stay alive here is insane. I think what it does, here's a good angle for it. I think the nade, I think Pred's like right here, and I think the nade blows up like here, and because he's around this wall, I think he's fine. But I thought that would hit.
But he really went towards bottom. I was thinking enough time to find this kill and stick the defuse.
But great play by Ken. I mean, some time needs to go his way, but sometimes that's all it takes.
Shotzzy, the one trying to keep this world responsible, but it's actually Ghosty for first play.
I mean, Josie's the only guy here, and you get picked.
Dealing with the play over the back, and then Joe just pops out the doorway.
They're ready for that, but they at least find one.
2v2 overall with tons of time on the clock, and Shotzzy gaining ground over towards B.
And this is going to be difficult because now LAT know that the pressure's not going to be over.
Shotzzy gets you a ton of room.
It's a matter of time before you hit that rotation out.
Ghosty had an idea that like Shotzzy would be doing this.
One kill, does not gain the info in the second, so Nasty wins that one-on-one. It's all up to Shotzzy.
And I'm surprised Kenny even pushes down right there. You know where Nasty's at. Why not
Do
just
they?
wait for him to try to trail up the stairs into a 2v1? But Kenny sacrifices his life, and now it's just down to the 1v1.
That's maybe if you hit the door.
And Nasty will take his time. Shotzzy.
And maybe Nasty got a kill?
Exact
Yeah.
same thing. 20 seconds on the clock. Here comes the first check. Nothing there. Reset. Check it again in 6 seconds. Nasty has to go forward. Here comes the play. I think Shotzzy has seen an elbow or something. And yep, he's not going to bother checking this until after 8 seconds is gone. And it's going to be a 4th round in a row plus the elimination for Shotzzy.
Some nice adjustments here on OpTic. Did Nasty shoot? I guess maybe you just hear the door. Yeah, I guess just the door. That's the only info you would have. Unless he just doesn't hear it. Maybe he thinks it's that door. No. Maybe Shotzzy thinks it was the other door, like this one. But either way. He wins the one-on-one. Again, Shotzzy finds the space, rotates the bomb back.
You start to feel the tension a little bit now.
Hey, you're shaking a little bit.
Absolutely. Dropping 4 in a row. Nades do land and completely counters out the one trophy system plays defensively for OpTic. And Thieves look like off that information, they want to give another go over towards this B site, but do they have the clearance to actually get onto the site itself? You got number 3 and Pred watching the flank. Here comes the recommit over to try to retake. Thieves win the first 2 gunfights. Pred only able to tally 1 on the trade. He does get out to keep his life, and now the rotation from Kenny has him in, but Nasty comes around the side. Shots are good, and it's all down to Kenny for a 1v3.
There's just no info on that push outside of the nade.
Now known.
Maybe they just think because the vending machine guy is weak, we can go because he's not watching that angle.
He could have found a time to eliminate that bomb plan. You stand a better chance, but now it's even more difficult.
First shot's good. Able to clean things up. The second chance.
There's just no. So you have one guy still at A. I guess because you hit this nade, you think that you'll just use numbers.
You got number 3 and watching the.
I feel like a sub should start this now. Like Pred through these stairs, checks this corner, or even Shotzzy doing his dive thing. This is just a tough jump out for an MCW.
The flank, here comes the recommit over.
Maybe if you get Pred here, like shouldering. Yeah, I think they just wanted to go because I assume just this nade on this guy. And then they lose 1v3. Not the best Rio, but I mean, it was getting better. Just took them, I don't know, just some really silly mistakes. If you're opting, what do you make of this, Matt? Rio, stay away from it. I mean, I guess because their 6-star has been solid. What, OpTic search for Major 3? FaZe is like going to pick like a high rise versus them. They could play an invasion versus them. or a 6-star. So I don't necessarily know if we'll see it versus a FaZe. Probably not. I don't think it was a good enough rep for that. And they haven't played any Karachi. Have they just been vetoing Karachi? Well, I guess they got it this one, right? We were just talking about that. It's been vetoed versus them. Duh. We just talked about that. Yeah, we literally just talked about that. I just blanked out. Reception mid for the Newcom maps? I think, yeah, people like Vista 6-star Rio. Definitely made them maps that better for sure.
OpTic is going to be a little late to that party. You have players working that over.
All right, you're just keeping one player on it. You're just waiting for the retake here if you're Thieves. Trying to catch them on the retake. Give him the clock pause.
A little bit of a double wrap though. Over through dark. First kill good. Followed by Kremp. He doesn't expect the second player to be here. So Dashy will provide the trade.
Right back into it. This is the risk of this though, because if this goes wrong, you don't have this capped, then you get put into the trap.
To wait for the next set of reinforcements to try to get here, which is just Shotzzy for the time being. Good first elimination. Dashy's playing A.
Now you're gonna push up if you're Shotzzy.
Here comes the fly forward. Ghosty deals with the opener and then slips away with his life. Time becoming a bit of an issue here for this Thieves offense, down to 35 seconds.
Ghosty now has to continuously play his life because his teammates are nowhere near him. Finally, all spawn. Jodeci is able to get himself into the fight. Only able to take down one, and OpTic are just doing a great job of trading effectively, not allowing any LAT players to stay alive on this side of the map. They are trying to get completed over with that third segment, but they're making it so
again, now you're only gonna have what, like 1 or 2 segments? Maybe you can get this.
Going down B Street isn't an option, so you have to make the play largely through courtyard. Kenny in position. Gets himself onto 4 in a row. Swaps over the weapon, looking for number 5, but it was ambitious to say the least.
That is the risk, and that is a great example of it. Buys free for Shotzzy, carrying that a nice round.
Yeah, I mean, we often talk about those opening offensive rounds are tone setter. They set the bar, and it's not set very high right now, to say the least. Nasty good gunfight win. Stop Shotzzy from pushing through over towards Broken. Tread mid-map, the next one up to try to keep this offense with a bit more space to work with.
I think you'd probably like to get the cruise missile.
Big kills, and now the immediate push up.
But
Kenny follows up with another elimination, and OpTic will get the first.
It's not the biggest deal on Invasion, I guess. All right, so they get 3 dead. They have a street, so they're just going to try to get on A. Kind of like what we saw New York do earlier this week in that video.
Now, where the hell is Shotzzy? You have found every single kill in the feed, but Shotzzy has let everyone slip on by. He's trying to take a page out of Shawnee's book.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of this. Dead Silence going to be popped, and he wants to find these kills and open up an avenue to maybe get quickly. First shot's good. Snap over towards Joe. Decent, but can't find the final bullet needed for the kill, but the rest of the teammates are in play. Last defender around is Krent. Predicted by Kenny, but the shots from Krent are decent, but not good enough to secure the kill.
Ah! Gonna dodge nades. Still have someone A street. I love the pressure over towards A here from OpTic. Do have a trophy. Oh, almost.
Oh, I thought Dashy was gonna get it done with the Renetti.
I think these probably, I don't know what the comms were like. Maybe just leave Shotzzy behind us. Play middle of the map. Cut off his teammates. Okay, yippee done. You already have tick secured.
Good for 2, almost taking down Kenny for what would be all 3 of these OpTic players.
These don't have anybody A street, but they are watching the cross from mid tank. So Nasty's watching it.
Now gets up very far forward defensively, and that's enabled.
Now Joe's there. He can pick it up.
Gets one towards Shotzzy through mid park.
Everyone is currently sitting with an AR in hand because they know that these gunfights all spawn to be.
Reload, damn it.
Just have to try to trade effectively, and LA are making it so difficult.
Yeah, absolutely are.
Ghosty tries to find the timing. Oh no, behind the timing. 3 dead.
Oh, is right, Jay. OpTic starting to get some control.
Oh boy.
He's shut down from getting anything further past rugs. So the hit from OpTic would have to come from the
boy.
front. Eyes towards Jodeci. He's off the regen, but there are a couple of OpTic members trying to deal with them. Plus the follow-up is
very nice trade.
The outside,
still 4 life advantage. Kenny's still here though.
Maybe a chance for OpTic to still hit A.
Yeah, still 10 seconds though, so Shotzzy is just gonna put himself in towards the point. A couple players around him know.
Good job by Nasty.
For OpTic in LA, able to stand strong on defense, even with OpTic having a lot of map controls at all.
Could have got scary off that Krem play, but doesn't. All right, D's right back to it. They're just going to keep one on it. The other 2 we're going to try to slay around them. It's a nice nade, and now they might go to A. So Kremp's able to find 1, plus you have Ghosty through.
And you got to keep in mind, Nasty on 4 could potentially play his life for skill number 5, but no.
Oh my, Kenny just kills everybody. I mean, this is what you want. I mean, this is 100% what you want. So you get a couple of kills. You're starting to slay through the mid, right? You get one here. You have one player here. Off spawn is Kremp. Kremp's going to catch Dashy, trying to rotate up towards A.
You find 3 kills in the feed. All of OpTic Texas now.
There he is, able to catch him. And then what? Kenny, he just, I mean,
You have one player also watching the overextension up the waters.
you're trying to get somebody on A.
From LA.
And you got to keep in mind, Nasty on 4.
Dude, that is so. He gets the first one here. Now there's one player here. He's gonna get the trade here, and then he's. Oh my goodness.
Could potentially play his life for a pop.
There's the trade, and then I mean, just got smoked.
He's able to put together 3 in a row. Progress towards B still being made. Shots.
Now again, because you've only had one on this, there's a chance OpTic could want to retake this if they want to, and now they're going to because Kenny's working the pinch.
Maybe there's a chance to open things up from behind.
Dashy's just gonna play safety.
Have stepped off the zone, trying to read these kills before they commit to the zone, and that may have been the right call. Dashy, Shotzi trying to work together, but eliminations are good, and the extra 6 he's gonna get tallied.
Yeah, the extra 60 is going to get tallied. So now LAT currently up by 2 lives. Have a lot of time to work with.
All right, sort of a default round here.
Fortunately, he does get shut down, but he allows demons to get pushed up in some crucial positions to where now OpTic on.
Yeah, the problem for Kremp is nobody's here.
Yeah, Pred will have to do something here from front courtyard to allow some extra time to get set up. But like you mentioned, Kremp stole an issue. Pistol out.
Pretty good job though. I mean, he allows his team to get mid map control.
So now it's just down to the Thieves from mid map.
He's peel back one of those layers, but Ghosty's just losing some gunfights, having a bit of a rough map. Shotzi's gonna pinch through a street so they can retake mid tank.
Now they're just trying to fight back for that mid-map control. Nasty is going to be traded out. You have players trying to contest over towards A Street, but you're just wasting a lot of time.
Good crossing angle from Pred keeps
Oh my gosh, dude.
Have to try to find a way to open up as Dashy will drop, and the read towards Shotzi's decent, but they can't quite find the kill. More crossing angles from OpTic right through mid-map will make sure that Thieves cannot touch the zone, and they're just looking for Ghosty now, and the hunt is already on, and they've got a pretty good idea where he is. Tap to a special capture. Takes a
They get a shutout round here. Only allow 2 segments to get away from them and keep this lane.
All right, yeah. So you're up a segment still is OpTic. Well, they would be if they get B done. So you might try to play aggressive here if you're Thieves. You could. Kind of what Jay's talking about.
Especially if
Now with 2 dead.
So you're gonna contest this all
Now
the way
3.
out to the end, and they're finding every single kill in the feed. Shotzi, the last player up. You take care of him. You have them in the trap.
easier said than done, though. The self.
This is a really good life by Shotzi. That's such a good play. Yeah, he just doesn't allow them to get trapped.
The rest of the green wall behind him, and he's going to take space to make sure that Thieves defensively don't have much of a look from the front to contest this. Although that told, Thieves gets one. Shotzi's still called upon to make a play.
I think everybody tries that theory. I think a lot of teams are much better at dealing with sort of the transition plays at both points. You'll see all the offensive teams try it. It's just pretty much defenses will just focus on the A point. Deal with those players now. What is that wall bang?
He's ready for the spawn trap, but when Shotzi makes those kind of plays, that allows OpTic another lifeline over towards B. That third segment is about to get complete. Time is now extended, so OpTic guaranteed themselves Ryan Fallon defense, even if they fall short here.
It's insane gunfight. What the hell?
Thieves on the exit.
And again, Thieves, they don't always have somebody up river, but they just make sure they have mid tank, and then they'll have someone near a point to pick up river. Like if this player mid is watching this cross, and then they're having someone play safety. They play this a little bit differently than some.
Time and space, it feels like he could bend it like a man of the universe, but not to happen here. Quick shutdown out, and Thieves will hold strong defensively with a pretty
Nice shots.
But now a couple players falling from LA. You're forced to
They deal with that player.
Things are now there for OpTic Texas.
Now you're stuck all the way back gas if you're Thieves.
We now have to iron up.
And it's right off spawn that the contest is going to come through on. Shotzi tagged up, but stays alive. Such a hard kill to tally, and Thieves are fully realizing it.
That was close.
A couple of kills come through. Now Thieves can start to swarm. Through backside rugs, trying to clear out laundry. That will work out nicely. It's just really nasty inside the point. The only one to stay alive. Look at the spawns for Thieves. They're deep over towards blue.
Nice read. Oh, almost had it.
Make their way on towards A, but off spawn, Jodeci is able to tally.
And guess who? Oh my gosh. But yeah, nobody up base 3 here for Thieves again. Through a search though is Joe, so nice little route there. Looking like a round 5. I'm not sure what he was referring to, but maybe he's in construction. So one dies at B Street, one dies back cafe, 2 die cafe. Shotzi pushes up to cut off gas. Hello, that's the route, and now he stays alive. 4 dead.
Oh my god. 3.5 on the clock. The stack is in. Shotzi's position forces Thieves to spawn all the way out in Egypt. And I don't even know if they're going to get a chance to get here in time. Not with Shotzi cutting him off a rotation. Right back into laundry. Shotzi dealt with. Here comes the contest. Thieves finds a couple. Just down to Pred, and it's 4 in the feed. Thieves will barely hang on to see a 5th round.
I thought LA
done his job. He gets...
Shotzi should just get on the point here. That's kind of a troll. I mean, there's... I think he should just get on the point here, probably. I mean, I guess he doesn't want to get caught crossing back in case there's like a closer spawn here or here. I think he should just try to get to the hill, yeah? 4-stack it. Or I guess what he could also do is get that kill and then just wrap back here, right? Right back to this and watch this cross. I think Shotzi just thinks this is done. I'll be honest with you. I think Shotzi thinks it's over. 100%. I think he thinks it's done with.
Here comes the contest. Thieves finds a couple.
I really do. Yeah, I think he 100% thinks it's over with.
But couples have a little on the difference.
Took a bit off guard here. It's such a hard call.
He checked out? No, he did.
And if you lose
he did check out.
You're going to be stuck in a bit of a spawn trap, and it looks like Thieves does get punished for the overextension and with the quick stack.
So you kept Ghosty here.
And I love the way that Ghosty is playing this, making sure no one's going to hit through mid dark, go for a pinch, or no one.
And he's controlling mid tank.
In a position to put LAT in a trap.
Does die there. This gets Kremp pushed up though.
He gives his teammates a free B capture. Now time it.
Kremp got that kill, right? No, he didn't. So they might not call out Kremp.
The rest of his teammates are falling around the middle of the map, so you can't try to be Superman in this play.
And you can see Pred has already turned around. I think they know that Kremp may have slipped through in some form. Dashy, though, dealt with. Shots towards
doesn't get the kill.
Take cover inside a cafe. There's a wide open water street here for Thieves to use.
I like this kid on the point.
His position at gas to stop the clock and put some early pressure over towards this A zone. Shots and kills from Texas, looking pretty decent. Jodeci's on the hunt for Dashy, who has slipped away, and now finally gets the tally, finds the kill.
Nice shot by OpTic though to deal with it.
I
mean, if Kremp gets that kill, maybe it's a little different.
With that deep pressure from Thieves, defense setup, only a half tick of progress has been earned to this point.
As time is continuously driving his way on down. Pred does fall on the overextension, so an avenue of
they don't have a street here, right? With Nasty in that spot, so they're kind of just getting like choked out.
Here towards these two OpTic members playing forward. Kenny trying to get dealt with by Kremp. Tough battle as both players were tagged up, and Kenny avoids the trade as well. This is such great.
3 dead.
Problem is, he's the last one standing. Shotzi's trying to deal with the player deep and goes.
Oh!
So now it's just down to Kenny.
All dead.
To step in, and Thieves have pushed the spawns away from Texas.
Go to the hill.
First tick done. Pred trying to cut off a reinforcement. Clean towards Kremp, but you gotta go. You gotta get over towards the zone. Second tick of progress is in. There's still tons of time keeping the back of your mind. So Pred
I think they win if Ghosty's on it again.
And Kenny will be the savior for now, but as previously mentioned, minute 10 on the clock. LA Thieves coming out of spawn quickly.
Still a lot of opportunities here for LA. You just have to work your way out.
I think it's the same thing. You get your 2 players here. You're watching this cross. I mean, again, I think you're just worried if someone's back here and you're trying to cross here. I think you can get Dan there. And then what happens is 6, Kremp watches this cross. Kremp would watch the cross then. He's your info guy.
Spawns away from Texas. 2 members on. First.
That way, Kremp doesn't have to push because this is what happens. Kremp gets spawned. If Ghostie's here, maybe Kremp just plays the Humvee and watches this. It just tries to put shots in. Just a little sprinkle here and there. Instead, Kremp tries to get to the point and gets caught. It should be the opposite.
Cut off a reinforcement. Clean towards Kremp, but you gotta go. You gotta get over towards the zone. Second tick of progress is in. There's still tons of time keeping the back of your mind. So Pred needs to clear it and then also stay alive. And Kenny will be the savior for now. But
3, yeah, because if 6 is just staying, he probably kills Pred. Look, Pred has no angle on the hill, and Kremp could just stay Humvee or this wall. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we had back-to-back trolls.
You just have Nasty at least find 2, so Pred now in a position where you just gotta play a kill.
Yeah, you have to play your life. Jodeci also shut down from behind.
His team shot.
Cuts down the rotation from Thieves. 14 plays 12. Small advantage for Thieves, but the clock, the biggest opponent right now for the offense. 33 seconds on the clock, and Pred, while stunned, takes care of Nasty. That will hold off this Thieves approach a little while longer.
And now with 25 seconds left, this is going to be your last push. You have to try to figure out how OpTic are playing. Jodeci at least finds the first. The trade is going to be...
I just think, like, how many times are we actually get 3 players alive near the A point? I feel like if you get on that with 3 people alive, like, you might as well just try it.
He's going to want to touch the zone, though. Pistol out, has Pred at range. Oh, what a win from Pred. First couple of shots were good. But from Ghosty, decent. He's in at 0.8.
They should have won the round 4, and I think, yeah, Thieves should have won that one. Lone Jason out of Dashy. I think what Thieves did was good. Like, they always had a street control. There just wasn't a lot of room for him, but Shotzi has 39 kills, so that helps. This map was a slam fest. Can't wait. This could be big for OpTic because this could be the map they pick first phase instead of Karachi. When you talk about that matchup, right? Because FaZe is going to win to Veto. Sub-base, you have the choice. Well, you're going to get rid of Rio. So I guess then it's Karachi by FaZe. You could play this or you could play 6-star. So there's some options.
Now you know that you are securing those spawns just in case it gets a little bit scary. Kenny is looking at that angle to make sure no one is going to come behind enemy lines. But that is just the perfect start if you want OpTic Texas continuing to have those guns firing on all cylinders into this P1.
Yep, absolutely the case. Good trade backs though for Thieves. Neutralize the last 20 and allows a chance for them to even earn a little bit of time of their own. Pred, whoa, we think he's feeling the hot hand. He is all over it right now.
Nice read there by Joe.
Bridge denied by Joe, so it has to come down to the ARs trying to clear things out, and that's more than fine for Kenny and Dashy as they'll go 3 for 2. Last one standing is Ghosty, and whoa, makes good on that. 3 kills for him.
Well, he's shooting now.
But
had a rough map 3.
Contest and keep the Thieves interested on P1 while the rest of the green wall rotates over towards 2.
Yeah, they're already going to be over towards the next HP. But you at least have a couple players from LAT taking a lot of ground. Joe Deceives works his way up through top burger, able to eliminate that first player, find the second as well. But the spawns have
That's just good name awareness. Good comms there to just know Shotzi somewhere.
Finding these kills and chaining it to that rotation as well.
Trent, eyes on a number of different places he could be contested from. Not a lot of support here yet for Thieves. Good bounce up though. Finds himself a 1-for-1.
And that's just nice teamwork here out of OpTic, right? Because you see Shotzi and Dashy are low. Like they can't really move. If Thieves have top mid control, these guys are fucked, right? These guys down low are just dead. But what ends up happening is they kind of wait. They stay patient. Now they start, and everyone kind of yells at the same time. So this guy's got to look this way. He dies, and now you have one player off spawn, and now you can flood this. Trophy's gone.
Different places he could be contested from. Not a lot of support here yet.
And now instead of watching top middle, Thieves try to help the guy on the hill.
3 in a row.
They die.
And trying to play oversight on the backside of the hill will be also denied. So 4 kills, a full team wipe, all of it going the Aussies' way. 7-4. All
right, Thieves just say, F it, we're rotating for P3.
And I love how LAT on your minimap, but
they're just like, we're out.
Everyone hitting that rotation over towards the next, but you have to make it count.
I mean, that is, does he hit a hip fire?
Everyone cutting their losses. Everyone hitting that rotation over towards the next, but you have to make it count. The initial gunfight.
Oh no, Ghosty lose that one, but that's a tough one.
They are applying pressure through the back end. Dashy's able to find a double.
Okay. Well, from maybe Dashy dying first to him getting 2. You can still fight from the hill if you're Thieves, but now it's gonna be tough. Shotzi's gonna try to pressure them through mid.
The opening gunfights is also reminiscent of when they played Seattle. A lot of the same things were occurring. So now you have to hold this thing essentially from the front if you're LA. First couple of kills are decent. Trophies
wait, not Shotzi. There you go.
Safe, but they don't expect Pred, just walks up, finds kill number 6 for the Cruise. Not able to take the
well, the reason why Pred's able to find that is because Shotzi, right? So right here, Shotzi is spotted. He's able to win the first one.
A lot of the same things were occurring.
And now look, 7 tries to trade this nasty. Then he's gonna die.
So now you have to hold this thing essentially from the front if you're LA. First couple.
And now what does this do? Shotzi has a choice here. He's just gonna play this. He's like, all right, guys, I'm out. So what now happens? Ghosty's got to watch the pinch because he's worried about the pinch. And look what this does.
Trophy system also keeps
hey, thanks for the freebie.
Relatively safe,
and then Shotzi gets the people off spawn.
Kill number 6 for the Cruise.
And now Shotzi's here.
But again, OpTic with the proximal spawns get here so damn quick.
Yeah, but that spawn right there to Pred, he's not going to know the back. He only is able to find one.
Farm spawns in the back there? Yeah.
Now someone is going to put themselves in a position to contest him, and it's none other than Shotzi, who's sitting at 5 in a row trying to get the 6, but Joe Deceives is able to take care of him.
Of course, and then there's the block. Temple spawn all the way out. Kenny hitting the route around the back. Joe Deceives completely caught unawares. He's not able to find any
nice break by OpTic.
Around the hill.
Nasty's just 2 and 12.
And take the hard point simultaneously.
Oh man, it's just
playing for the player on the pinch, just winning the fight on like both fronts here.
He's having a phenomenal stage so far, sitting at 2 and 12. You need to be, especially on those long distance gunfights, but he is just falling short every single time. Kenny with the double now finds himself on 4 in a row. You know exactly where LAT are trying to execute a break from, and that's all through the front.
And it just feels like, again, we've seen this when they were playing up against Seattle. The ARs just keep getting caught in these very close and quartered battles with SMGs.
Another Cruise.
Needs 16 and 8 from Pred. He is all over the place. Kenny also dealing damage.
And you get the flip. Good play by Shotzi.
Roaming around the map doing Shotzi things. A little bit of scrap time earned for Thieves.
Does get spotted by Nasty, but at least it's the info. And now he's going to get hunted down.
And that will be a chance maybe for OpTic to flip the spawns around again.
Everybody else is slaying middle of the map. They earn more than 1 cruise at a time? Nah, you gotta use it.
LA trying to break through that bar side.
It'd be cool though if you have like 3 of them.
In your face, is only able to take down one, but gives the info to his teammates that that's where they're spawning. Just have to read the pressure consistently. Just stay down on the hill and soak this time. They can find a couple kills around the map. It's been a full 60 hold here at the bridge hill, but now just in case it gets a little bit scary.
And then all Thieves die. I don't even think you should. I don't even know if you should fight this again.
You do not have the preferred spawns, and this can lead to a perfect chain.
I think you just sit P1 here.
They can find a couple kills around the map. It's been a full 60 hold here.
I don't know why you do this. With how good P1 has been for everybody, there's just no need for force them to run in here. That's like we saw that a couple of times on sub base, just dying at the wrong time. And once you lose top mid control, now you got to do this.
Final shot to Joe Deceives, but without the heroic and maybe the Reddit clip, it's still a great moment here from OpTic Texas, growing it to well above 100-point cushion. Thieves having to find a way to break on in. Shotzzy there waiting for him. He gets 2 of the 3. It just feels like there's just not enough convincing trades for Thieves in the moments that they matter the most. What do you do against this? What do you do against this?
Well, you do that, I guess.
Offer 2 kills for him, but OpTic gonna get past the 200-point threshold. The ARs are also there waiting for the.
But that was just to get you up top mid map, and now Shotzi's off spawn already meeting you there again.
Versus Vegas, this one looks well too out of reach.
Yeah, this one's definitely out of reach because just in case it gets a little bit scary for OpTic Texas, you can call in the cruise missile to execute a break or even
them fighting from the hill here is really good. A lot of the teams just get broken down as soon as they lose top mid.
LAC just gotta slow down, but you gotta get a team.
Yeah.
One by one, just simply not giving yourself an opportunity back into this game. OpTic gonna need 20 points to call serious.
It's just everything is being watched by OpTic, and again, more often than not, save maybe this moment right here, it's still in 2 for 2.
I think there was a chance of that P1 maybe for like easy to get back into it.
Moment of pressure here for Thieves, so Fred will say, I can't bring this in.
Not much more on this map. I think they played sub base a lot better than this one.
Still struggling to get back into the hard point, but all the
a map like Vista might just come well. Honestly, both maps, but they played pretty well on sub base. This map they did not play well. They just got put into the mid map blender.
Here on map number 4,
knowing around the map, LAT just
so let's see. I mean,
stand on as soon as they spawned into that one, right off the rip, you go for that, and then everything after that is all a chain effect. But I'm pretty sure that's actually going to be our second 100-point club on the year. LAT were the team that got it done the first time, but now unfortunately for them, they're on.
Bro, I never heard that before. All right, let's look at the bracket. For both of these teams, I mean, OpTic 6-1, only lost to FaZe, only losses to FaZe in a really long time. They get a Ravens, which that one, I mean, I think OpTic should win. Carolina's search has been getting better. Map-wise, what, you might see a sub-base get through. OpTic will probably veto Rio in both. So you probably veto Rio in both. At least that's my guess. Maybe not Hardpoint. Unless you veto sub-base. You could veto sub-base for Carolina. And then you play maybe they pick 6-star. And you play whatever you want. Either a Vista or a Karachi. Which actually I think that's what I would do. I think I'd get rid of sub ace if I was playing them. Search wise, I think you get rid of Ria for sure. Control wise, we might see Karachi played versus OpTic. We'll have to wait and see. That could be interesting. Like even when Carolina beat like New York, where do they normally beat them? I feel like it's that sub base hardpoint. So that's what I would do. All right, and then for Thieves versus New York, I think these honestly maps 1 through 3 played pretty well. Map 4 was not a good showing, but versus OpTic, I think they played really well. Going up against New York now, huh? New York, you'll probably play Rio. You'll probably play Rio Karachi or a Vista Rio. New York will probably get rid of 6-star. These will probably get rid of sub-base, and you have your choice between these 3. New York will probably pick Rio, then whatever. SnD wise, Invasion could be played. Maybe Rio again. Has New York been playing Rio Search? Only once. Probably seen Invasion, unless Thieves want to veto that. Could see a high-rise Rio. Control-wise, maybe high-rise. But we'll see. We shall see. All right, that was Thieves vs. OpTic. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown of the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.